Gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina here in the beautiful Panhandle of Florida. And we went through the K1 visa process just like you guys. And here we are, my beautiful wife Karina from Venezuela. We got married on the beach here in Florida. And we do these live streams for you for free so we can give you a hand up to help you get through this crazy K1 visa process or green card process or tourist visa process and or spousal visa. I've got 9 years experience doing this. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. I don't give you any legal advice whatsoever, but I give you 9 years worth of experience. And I'm not saying an immigration attorney is a bad thing. If you need an immigration attorney, I understand that. But why would you want to pay somebody $3,000 to process your K1 visa when you can do it for free? All you got to do is hang out on the channel with us, and I'll help you through it for free. Today is what? Friday. It's Happy Friday. It's March the 8th, 2024. And Karina's green card package is sitting on a shelf collecting dust in Chicago. We're just waiting for the immigration folks to open up the box, cash the check, and then send me a text message telling me they have received her green card application. Then we're going to wait. We're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting for her green card to get here. Ren S is on the live stream. She's asking, is there anyone who had their case sent to Accra Embassy and had successfully scheduled their K1 visa interview recently? Well, Ernest did. Ren S. Now you're in Texas. If I remember, you're in Texas. Did you call Senator Ted Cruz and ask him to help you, like I asked you to do? But Ernest has got his K1 visa scheduled in Ghana. Ghana is a beautiful country in Africa. Beautiful people, lovely country, great economy, and I would love to visit there one day. But right now, we're doing live streams for you guys to get you through this K1 visa process. Now, Francois, I don't know, Francois, if you're watching, you told me in a message that you got an RFE. Relax. You got a request for further evidence. I want to ask you a few questions. If you're on the live stream, jump in there. Let me know you're in the live stream so I can ask you some questions so I can help you with this RFE. Because it doesn't sound like it's going to be much of a problem. It sounds like it's going to be an easy fix. And I'm the fixer guy. All right? That's what I do. I fix stuff that you guys may not fully understand how to do. So I'll be here for you. Now, I don't know if the camera's in focus or not. Can you see? I don't know if it's a clear picture. Maybe it's just the light. Maybe I just need to get the light on me so you can see me a little better. I don't know. But here you go. Now, Ren S. And is there anyone once their case was ready status and logged into their account was able to see a calendar on the screen rather than there's no available appointments for their K1? You gotta wait for appointments to get available, Ren. You're in Texas. Do it like 5 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning. Sissy Cote TV. Hello, my fiance made it safely to the United States of America, our constitutional republic, on March 1st, 2024. We're getting married on March 23rd, 2024. Thanks for all of your help. Roughly how long does the adjustment of status take? 4 to 6 months. It takes 4 to 6 months. 3 months is probably what you want to hope for. 3 months would be great. But don't get excited if it goes past 3 months. Just relax and give it. When you send your green card application, to the lockbox, whether it's in Phoenix, Arizona, or if it's in Chicago, Illinois, give them about a week to 10 days to open the package and cash your check. Now here's a problem I'm seeing with folks. They're filling out their credit card paperwork. They're giving USCIS permission to use your credit card number to pay for your green card application. Well, that's all well and good, but you better make sure you tell your bank before you do that. Call your bank up and say, hey, I'm mailing my green card application for my beneficiary so she can pay for her green card. Do not block the transaction. Don't block the transaction. Okay? Give your bank a heads up so that they can look out for the transaction, because I'm seeing people, the banks are blocking the credit card. The thing is a fraud. You know, the bank says, what's this? What's this charge for $1,000 plus dollars? What's this transaction? We don't recognize it. It's coming out of Chicago. So, as the beneficiary, or if you're using your sponsor's credit card, you got to tell the bank before you mail the green card application, or after you mail it, call your bank and say, look out for this. Look out for this transaction. It's not a fraud. It's for real. Because what happens when the bank blocks the transaction? Chicago or Phoenix immigration, they can't process your green card. Then you got to figure out how to fix it. Then what you're going to do? Mail them a check? I mean, honestly, guys, it's just information I'm trying to help you with. Okay, my suggestion is write a check. Don't use your credit card. Use a check. Write a check to immigration, and so they can cash it right away. Make sure you got money in your bank. By the way, don't just make sure you got money in your bank. So my suggestion to Sissy Cote TV is, when you file for your green card, write a check and pay cash in a check. Don't use your credit card. Because I'm seeing lots of people getting their green card applications stopped temporarily because of the credit card issue with the banks. Annie Purse said, good afternoon, Mr. Diego and beautiful Karina. Have a great day. Every day is a great day. Thank you. Karina says, thank you. It's 68 degrees here, cloudy, but Sunday's going to be a real nice day. Sunny and real nice. And Sunday is Karina's birthday. So I'm taking Karina out for a surprise birthday someplace. We're going to go somewhere. She just doesn't know where. And it's going to be a big surprise. USA01, hi, I sent my I-485 this week. That's your adjustment of status. And my wife got notification on saying that her debit card got declined due to a possible fraud. That's what I was just talking about. She went ahead and responded it was not fraud. What's going to happen? You got to call your bank and tell them to process the transaction so immigration can start processing your green card. So you got to call the bank and say, hey, this is real. This is a real transaction. And then if the bank doesn't lift the block, then you're going to have to call USCIS, and mail them a check so they can get paid. Yes, you did call Ted Cruz, and there's no guarantee that he can help you. He'll help you. You just got to keep on him. You got to tell him. You don't ask, you tell. You don't ask Senator Ted Cruz to help you. You tell him he's going to help you. He works for you. The government, they work for you. You don't work for them. They work for you. Tashless Lynn's World. Hey, Mr. Ross and Mrs. Ross, send in my package to Chicago as well. But for I-864, should I put? I don't know my name on both. I don't know my name both on the from my son. What do you mean you don't know your name? If you don't, you got to know what your name is. And if you have a K2, you got to file a separate green card application for your K2. Here's a green card application for the beneficiary. Here's a green card application for the K2. You put them together in the same box and you ship it to Chicago or Phoenix. I don't understand your question. You don't know your name. Renes, I called Ghana Embassy today and they don't provide any information over the phone. And when you email, they send you the same message. Okay. Call Senator Ted Cruz and tell him to help you. Tell him to intervene on your behalf. Natty Olisa, good day, Diego. I'm trying to open an account on US Travel Docs to start looking out for interview dates, but it says website is under construction. What do you mean? Anyone with a similar experience in Nigeria? You can process K1 visas in the embassy in Nigeria. That doesn't make sense to me. Francois Livingston, good afternoon, Diego and Karina from all the way from upstate New York. You're a little sad. No, Francois, you got an RFE. You got a request for further evidence. So you missed something on your K1 visa package. You forgot something. you forgot to get a certified something, something's missing. Immigration just want to see it. And as soon as they see it, you'll get your NOA2 letter. So just wait for the mail, Francois. Hang in there, Francois. We're not going to let you be sad. Don't be sad. Be happy. You should be happy because immigration just touched your record. They just touched it. They opened up your K1 visa application and they said, Francois, great job on your K1 visa application, but you're missing something here and we need to see it, or you forgot to check something. It's no big deal. You met your beneficiary, right? Face to face within 2 years, Francois, right? You did that, right? Badila Mike. Hi, Diego. Can I please ask some questions? That's why we're here. After filing the DS-160, what's next? You pay for the visa fee, which is not the DS-160. The DS-160 is free. You print the DS-160 confirmation page, then you go in and pay your visa fee and schedule the visa interview. Can I pay a visa fee, or must I wait for the embassy to respond? Which country? Tell me which country. I can't remember. I can't remember which country. Let me know the country. 3, I must schedule a visa interview appointment myself. Yes. 2, can I pay the visa fee? What country? Number 1, yes, you can. What's next? You can pay the visa fee. Schedule the visa interview. Let me see here. You schedule the visa interview unless you're in Mexico. Mexico, they do it for you. Renes, I was told by somebody at the senator's office, Ghana embassy doesn't give appointments easily and many have issues getting it. Okay, well, we know that already. Tell me something we don't know. You tell the senator's office to help you get your visa interview. Your senator works for you. You pay his salary out of your taxes. Your senator needs to get off his lazy backside, call the U.S. Embassy in Ghana, and help you. That's what he needs to do. Okay? And that's how you got to approach these lazy politicians that sit around all day collecting a paycheck, voting on stupid stuff that means nothing and only hurts our country most of the time. You understand me? You got to be strong with these people. I'm not scared of a politician. I'll get in their face. They work for me. They work for you. And when you become a green card holder, they work for you too, because you're going to be paying taxes in the United States. Renes, Jenny Brielle, sometimes the bank still blocks when you call. I'd also just check in money orders, guys. Jenny Brielle, you hit the nail right on the head, and you are 150 million% correct. Don't use your credit card to pay for your green card. Write a check, get a money order, so immigration doesn't have to fiddle around with your bank, and your bank gives you a hard time. What is this? I was in Colombia. I went on my laptop. I was Karina's laptop. I bought a plane ticket to the United States for Karina and I, and my bank blocked the transaction. I couldn't get it. I couldn't pay for the airline ticket. I called my bank, which cost me $10 a minute. I said, why did you block my transaction for my plane tickets? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Trap me in Colombia? I already called my bank and told them that I was in Colombia. They knew where I was. They sent me an email. Hey, Diego, we know you're in Colombia. You're good. But they still jerked me around. I had to go in person to Avianca Airlines in Bogota, El Dorado Airport and buy my plane ticket in person with Karina. Credit card companies and banks can have issues sometimes on transactions they don't recognize, which is green card applications. They don't recognize it sometimes. They're like, what the heck is this? The bank's just trying to protect you. That's all. The bank's trying to protect you from fraudulent credit card use. That's all they're trying to do. So just write a check. Tasha Sins World. Sorry, I'm asking, should I put my name on both forms for the I-864? Yes. You fill out an I-864 for your beneficiary. The affidavit of support is for your beneficiary. And then you fill out the I-864 for your K2. The 485, the application for the green card, is the beneficiary applying for his or her green card. The I-864 is the affidavit of support, which is filled out by the sponsor saying that you're going to take care of your beneficiary financially. You got to fill out an I-864 for your beneficiary, your husband or wife. You got to fill out an I-864 for your K2. Let's suppose you brought 4 children to the United States from, let's say, I don't know, think of a country. Let's say Malta. So you brought 4 kids from Malta and your new wife. That's 5 people. You got to fill out 5 485s, adjustment of status paperwork. You got to fill out 5 affidavits of support. You got to fill out 5 green card applications. You got to pay 5 green card fees. 5 people, 5 separate applications. And then you can put them all in one big box and send them to the lockbox. And Tashlin's World, and for the money order, I put my name on both. On the money order, you make the money order out to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. I made a video on how to fill out checks to immigration. You're the beneficiary. Tashlin's World, if you're the beneficiary, you don't fill out the I-864. The sponsor does. The sponsor fills out the I-864. You fill out the 485. Ramon Gallardo, hello. What's going on, Ramon? Francois, what I'm sad about is after waiting and waiting and waiting is you lose your standing in line, right? No, you don't lose your standing in line. Francois, you did not lose your standing in line. Your K1 visa was set over here temporarily. When you send them the information they ask for, they'll look at it, and then they'll pick up your K1 visa and send you the NOA2 letter. Okay? You didn't lose your place in line. It's just going to put you on hold for a couple of weeks while you wait for the immigration to adjudicate whatever it is you forgot. Whatever it is you forgot. As soon as they get it, they'll look at it and say, okay, you're good. And then you'll get your NOA2 letter. Benny Yao had the same thing happen to him. Benny Yao, his beneficiary was in the Ivory Coast. I believe it was the Ivory Coast. Now they're both married in the United States. Ramon Gallardo, I forgot to get the presidential letter. Did they ask you for it? Ramon Gallardo, you're in Bogota, Colombia. I know. When's your visa interview? When is your visa interview? When is your visa interview? The presidential letter is easy to get. It takes about a week. Francois Livingston, we started to talk in March of 2022, flew to Dubai, February 2023, filed the K1, July 2023. So you met in person. You got lots of pictures, right? Francois, you included lots of pictures. On the pictures, did you put the person's names that you were with, the date of the picture, where the picture was taken? Let me see. I got a feeling you didn't send a certified copy of your divorce papers. Did you just send a copy of your divorce papers? They want a certified copy. Original. Renes, I would like to know if Ted Cruz does hurt my case or look into it why Ghana Embassy isn't allowing me to schedule yet. Will that mark my case as bad for my fiancé? No. No, the U.S. Embassy doesn't. They will help you. The U.S. government isn't, I don't know. Well, I don't know about the White House right now. Our White House, I'm not going to comment, but the government's there to help you. They're not there to hurt you. And they work for you. The current president of the United States seems to think that we work for him. He works for us. We don't work for him. He works for us. He's not our leader. He's our representative. He represents us because we elected him. Well, I didn't. Somebody did. You gotta try to understand how the U.S. government works. The U.S. government, they work for us. We don't work for them. Okay? So you got to tell your senator, you got to remind him, Senator Cruz, you work for me. I pay your taxes and you are going to help me. Okay? If he gives you a bunch of excuses, you let me know. I'll call him. Badilia Mike, I'm in South Africa. Please, I can't see where to pay a visa fee. Okay, so you're in South Africa. There's K1 visas getting approved all the time. I think it goes through administrative in Johannesburg. or Cape Town. I'm trying to remember. But you can't see where to pay the visa fee. You got to go into your country. Go into travel docs. Go into your country. U.S. travel docs. Did the embassy in South Africa, the U.S. embassy, did they send you an email with links on how to pay your visa fee? They should have sent you an email on how to do it. Francois, on March 22nd is your visa interview in Bogota. You got time to get your presidential letter. You've got time, Ramon. You can get it in a week. It's not hard to do. Okay? So what you need to do is apply for that presidential letter like today, or your fiance does. You'll get it in a week. Okay? But when you send the email to the office of the president of Colombia, you got to tell the lady that you are applying for a green card, and the U.S. embassy in Bogota need the presidential letter. They will email it to the president, to the embassy, and they will also email it to you as a backup. And then you print it and you bring it to the embassy. You need to do that today. Okay? And you'll get it within a week, 10 days. Francois, I did include a copy of my divorce papers, but it wasn't a certified copy, nor did I include updated passport style pics. Well, those are the two things immigration want to see. They want to see a certified copy of divorce papers. You cannot use divorce papers that were emailed to you by the courthouse. You got to go in person. You got to get them printed. The lady's got to stamp it, and they got to sign it. That's what you got to submit to immigration, and for the green card, and for the embassy interview. So, Francois, you're going to need a copy for the visa interview and for the green card, and now you're going to need another one. I'm pretty sure that's probably what the problem is for your RFE, right? So if you use one of those certified copies that you went and got from upstate New York, the office there in the past, go get another one for the embassy interview, because you're going to need another one for the green card. I've got your back, Francois. You're going to get this, okay? We're not going to let you fail. We're going to get you through this. Adriana Sorango Nunez. Hi, Diego. I got an RFE February 27th, arrived to the house on March 5th. USCIS told me they need more evidence of my 2-year meeting requirement. Okay, so they're looking for a second trip. I keep telling you guys, the minimum requirement for a K1 visa is to meet each other one time. But if you only meet each other one time and you spend a week together, immigration is going to say, it depends on the immigration officer, but they might turn around and say, I want to see another trip. Did you make 2 trips to see your beneficiary? Did you make 3 trips? I went 5 times to Bogota, Colombia. I went 5 times. I stayed for 5 weeks, 5 months, and 11 months on 3 trips. And on the other trips, I stayed 3 months. I kept all the receipts. I kept all the evidence. When I submitted the K1 visa package back in April of 2022 for my beautiful wife sitting right here, Karina Ross, I put in there 2 trips, 1 trip for 5 months, 1 trip for 5 weeks. I had stacks of evidence, 50, 60 pictures. So that's the way to overcome the request for further evidence of meeting each other, okay, of your relationship. Let me see. So Adriana Nunez, relax. They just need more evidence of your 2-year meeting requirement. Okay, send it to them. Ramon, soon I want to eat arepas. Reina Pipelada. ¿Tú entiendes esto? Yo no entiendo esto, pero créeme todo. No, yo no.
Pronto.
Adriana Nunez. I added pictures of us, boarding passes of us, his plane ticket to come to see me in Peru. That's good, Adriana. That's good. What else can you add? Phone chats, WhatsApp chats, dinner date receipts, photos together. You said that, right? Did you get pictures of you together? Boarding passes, his plane tickets. Do you have credit card receipts that he can print out for you? Dinner date receipts? Did he buy you any gifts? Did he buy you anything? Do you have a receipt for that? Did he buy you flowers one day? Hey, some flowers. That stuff is important. Ramon wants some Venezuelan style arepas, mi amor. Sergio Morlan, hi Diego, I'm from Bogota. Well, we love Bogota. I lived there for what 2.5 years, back and forth. And my fiance is from Indiana. Oh, that's sense. Okay, very nice. We got our case approved. We are a same-sex couple. Congratulations. We are waiting for the visa appointment to get medical exams here in Bogota. Sergio, excellent news. Buenas noticias para mí y Karina. Gracias para noticia. Yo y Karina, muy feliz para ti y tu futuro aquí en Estados Unidos. ¿Mi español bien? Karina, mi profesora. Congratulations, Sergio. We love Bogota, Colombia. I lived there for a long time. I know all the best restaurants. Nanny's Pizza's got the best baby beef. Woof. And Viva La Pizza's got I miss Bogota. Francois, yes, Diego. On every picture, I typed who's in the picture, where it was taken, month and year. Had over 40 pics. Good job. So you're good, Francois. To me, it sounds like you just didn't send them the correct divorce certificate. That's all. Francois. You didn't send them the correct divorce decree. They want a certified one, but you learned that after the fact. So you're good. When you get your letter, it's going to say, "Hey, we need your certified divorce decree." That's what I think. Or you forgot to check something on a piece of paper. You forgot to check this box or that box. Something really, really minor, and you're gonna get it fixed. Okay? You qualify for the benefit financially, civilly. You met the requirements. You just forgot something, or you submitted an incorrect form. What you need to do is just wait for that RFE to come to your house, fill that out, open it up, give them the documents they want, put it in the order they asked for it. It may be only one thing. And then you send it back to immigration at the service center. And then you'll get your NOA2 letter a week or two after that, maybe 3 weeks. They're not going to put you at the back of the line, Francois. You got to trust me. You're not at the back of the line. You're on a conveyor belt, right? And then the conveyor belt stopped. Now they're waiting for the RFE. When they get the RFE, they look at the document, everything's good. The conveyor belt starts moving again. You didn't go backwards. You just stopped. Okay, Francois? You got to trust me. Badila Mike in South Africa. Please, Daddy, take us to the drive-in. What is this? I've been to South Africa. Table Mountain's beautiful. And they didn't yet send an email. Can I wait for the email for the embassy? It's Johannesburg. That's right. Johannesburg is like the administrative part of the government for South Africa, and that's where the embassy's at. Send an email to the U.S. Embassy in Johannesburg and ask them for the directions to process the visa. Send them an email. Say you don't know how to pay the visa fee. Can you send me the link to pay my visa fee? They'll respond to you pretty quick. The embassy in South Africa, I think it's in Johannesburg. They're quick. They're fast. Ren, Diego, do you know if Accra Ghana Embassy will send packet 3, packet 4 to my fiance in Ghana? No, I'll send it to you. You submitted your email address with your K1 visa package, right? So you'll get it. Yes, but will the Accra Embassy mark my case as bad when my fiance goes due to having a senator's help? No, they can't do that. No, they'll get off their backsides and they will help you. Adriana Nunez, we have an additional trip. What we did on September of 2023, but that was after filing the petition. That's okay. Before that, we just met once and decided to apply a year after. So that explains. Adriana, immigration is saying, okay, you met once and then you didn't see each other for a year. Immigration said, oh, we don't like that. We want to see another trip. They want to see another visit. So in the RFE, include the information, all the pictures, the boarding passes, and all that stuff that you had from your second trip in September. Okay, boom, you get your NOA2 letter. You covered it good. Adriana, put your feet up on the desk and relax. Okay, you're good. I got confidence in this. You went to a second trip, boarding passes, photos. But find credit card receipts, find gifts that you exchange with each other, the phone chats, all that stuff, and put it all in there with the RFE, and that will cover you. Sergio Molan, muchas gracias. Congratulations to you guys. I've been following you for a while. Now I'll keep posted on the process. I'll keep you posted. All right, Sergio. Benedicciones para ti. Milagro. Gracias tu mira ta video. ¿Te gusta? ¿Te gusta este channel? ¿Sí? ¿Ayuda? Es ayuda tu mucho, ¿sí? ¿Es bien? Sí. Okay. Francois, I totally 100% trust you and Karina. Francois, you're good, Francois. It's something stupid on your RFE. It's something very minor, and immigration are very strict. It's very important that you don't miss anything, or if you make a little boo boo, if you forgot something, okay, they're gonna ask you for it. If it was a problem, you would have got a denial letter. I'm sorry, you're denied. No, you can't have your K1. No, immigration didn't do that. Immigration said to you, Francois, our friend in upstate New York, you missed something. We need it. And then you're going to get your NOA2 letter. You got it? Let me see. Adriana, relax. Include all that stuff in your RFE paperwork and you're good. Ramon, I'm going to check your video about the letter and I'll request it today. There you go. Get that letter from the president today. It doesn't take but a week to 10 days. It's not, and you've got time. Okay. Adriana, I added photos of us, boarding passes of our trip in Peru, our hotel reservation, chat since 2020, engagement receipts. Bravo. I'm wondering what else I could have missed. Maybe they wanted more handwriting. That's what you submitted the first time, and now you got an RFE. No, they're looking for a second visit. Adriana, they want to see a second trip. That's all. And you have a second trip under your belt, right? You guys met each other a second time, and you repeated all the pictures again. You got new pictures, new this, new that. You're good. Ren S., you've got an email saying you're approved to schedule your interview. Okay, there you go. You just got to wait for a slot to open up. And if you can't get a slot, ask Senator Cruz to help you. Francois, the notification said initial evidence. Okay. Initial evidence means they want a certified copy of something. They want a certified copy of something. Renes never got a packet 3 or packet 4. Okay, well, that's how you schedule the visa interview from the packet 3, packet 4 email. Maybe that's all you need to, that's all you're waiting on. Adriana, they told me that the evidence of our 2-year meeting was insufficient. Sorry about the question, Diego. Yeah, no, you're good. The question is perfectly fine. Yes, we submitted that in our first package and still got the RFE. Well, the immigration didn't think you had been together long enough. They didn't think you stayed together long enough. Okay, so they want to see a second trip. They want to see a second trip. That's what they're looking for. And you said that you have a second trip, right? And you got evidence of a second trip. So you got to submit that now so they can see that you guys are dating each other back and forth. That's all they want to see. The minimum requirement to qualify for a K1 visa for meeting each other is one time face-to-face. Okay? So, but it's how long? On my first trip to see Karina, I went for a 2-week vacation and I stayed 5 weeks. On my second trip to see Karina, I stayed for 5 months. That's what I put in the K1 visa package. A trip of 5 weeks, boarding passes, and I stayed in a hotel for 2 weeks. It was 2 semanas and 2 weeks, and then we moved Karina out of this apartment and I rented with Karina a big apartment, and I put my name on the rent receipts every month. Diego Ross was named Karina. Your maiden name. That was on the rent receipts. I proved with immigration in the K1 visa application, we lived together for 6 months plus. Boom. That's what they're looking for. How much time have you spent together? Adriana, you're going to be okay. you're going to be okay. I'm going to add the second trip, but after filing the petition. That's okay. You got, and we also have his plane tickets that he's coming back to see me in July of 2024. Yeah, include all that in the RFE. All that needs to be included, and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay. I made 5 trips to Colombia, guys. The immigration folks in El Dorado, when I got to Bogota, the immigration, it's Diego, look, here he is again. Let's look at his passport. Is this real? Is this passport real? Seriously. Seriously, they joke me around sometimes just to mess with me. Twice they did that. I think when I got this young lady immigration officer, she didn't like me, I guess. She said, hey, Diego, come with me. I'm like, okay, where are we going? Over here. We need to check your passport. Okay. And then some guy took it and put one of these eye monocles to my passport. And I'm like, okay, what else you got? Okay, you're good. Welcome to Colombia. Thank you. And this guy, the lady was like on a power trip. Immigration sucks globally. The whole world. Every country. Immigration sucks. Just hang in there. Be patient. I laughed at her. I said, what else you got? And then on my 4th trip to Colombia, I got the same woman again. And she took my passport again. And this time I had a Colombian visa, cedula. And she still gave me a hard time. I looked at her, I said, what else you got? It's the same for the U.S. Embassy. It's the same for wherever. Don't worry about it. Adriana, relax, Adriana. Include all that information in the RFE and you'll get your NOA2 letter. What does the packet 3, packet 4 look like? It's an email. GS, hey Diego, and the beautiful Karina, my wife. I'm flying out to the United States, our 6th international meeting. 6 times you met each other. That's great. Now, GS, you're in England, right? You're in the United Kingdom. I'm still pre-K1, so when I get to the United States, do they say to the officer, I'm here to visit my fiance? Pre-K. No, you don't say that. You say, I'm here on vacation. Only if they ask you, are you here to see your fiance? Because in their computer, it's going to show K1. If they ask you, why are you here? You say, I'm here on vacation. If they ask you, are you here to see your fiance? You say, yes. But you only say that if they ask you. And you've been engaged since 2023. Congratulations, GS. You're in England, right? Going to Arizona, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, I never forget. You can't forget GS, okay? She's British. Ren S, after a few days, we did the DS-160, paid the fees, received an email saying our request to schedule has been approved. Okay, Ren S. That's what, now you just got to look for an open spot. That's all. Now you're going to wait for an open spot so you can schedule your visa interview. That's what you're waiting on. You and everybody else around the world, including myself back in October of 2023. Packet 3, packet 4, don't worry about it, Ren S. You've already got everything done that you're supposed to do. GS, you have a good memory. Thank you, Diego. I will say I'm visiting on vacation to see family. There you go. But I wouldn't say family. You don't say that because that could be intent to stay. If you have family in the United States, the Border Patrol officer may get nervous and think that you're going to stay and not go home. Okay? My friend, he's a pastor in Bogota, Colombia. He's a very wealthy guy. He's a businessman. He's got all these businesses. And Karina worked for him in Bogota for like 5 years. And he wanted to go to Florida to see his brother-in-law's wedding or something like that. So when he filled out the DS-160 for a tourist visa, he said he had family in the United States. His visa was denied because he said he had family in the United States. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota got nervous and thought he was going to stay. Once he got to America, they thought he was going to stay here. Obviously, that wasn't true because he's the pastor of a big church in Bogota. So obviously that wasn't true. But the immigration officer in Bogota denied his tourist visa because of that. So when you get to the Border Patrol, GS, here's what's going to happen. Why are you here? I'm on vacation. I'm coming from my vacation. I come here on vacation once a year. That's it. There's another word. Don't say nothing else. And then you come in. God will help me. I will take proof of ownership of property in the UK to prove I'm going back to England. Now, my 92-year-old mom there, too. I do have a brother in the USA in Arizona. You have a brother in the USA in Arizona? That's got the immigration officer, the Border Patrol officer doesn't need to know that. It's none of his business. When the Border Patrol officer asks you, why are you coming to America? You say, I'm coming on vacation. I come here every year on vacation. And then you say nothing. And you wait for the next question. If the next question is, do you have family in America? You say, yeah, my brother lives in Arizona. But you don't give that information up unless he asks you for it. All right, GS, you got it? Are you listening to me? I know you are, because you said ha, ha, ha. Mm-hmm. And I tell you, I went to England on vacation in 1996 for a month. It rained every day. I spent 2 weeks in London and 2 weeks on the south coast of England, traveling all around England. I went to Brighton. I think in Brighton is where Queen Victoria built this big house for her family, Queen Victoria. I went to, Portsmouth, HMS Victory. I went to Plymouth. I went to Tor Point. I saw where the Mayflower left. You know, I had a great time. I went to all the museums I could possibly find in London. I went to Madame Tussauds Museum. I went to the Natural History Museum to look at all the dinosaur bones. Had a good time. Saw Big Ben. Saw the Crown Jewels. Great. Had a good time. I loved it. I'm going to take Karina, when Karina becomes American citizen, and we get her passport, U.S. passport, we're going to go to England for vacation. She wants to see Big Ben, the Tower of London. You know, she likes that movie with Chevy Chase, European Vacation. Look, kids, Big Ben. Tower, I can't get left. Priyanka, hi, Diego. On the 6th of March, we got a message that USCIS received our application of adjustment of status. We're waiting for my I-790C, NOA1. Now, you're in Alabama, right, Priyanka? You're in Alabama. So on the 6th of March, you got a message that USCIS received your application of adjustment of status. How did you get a message? Was it a text message to your phone, or did they email you? How did they notify you? We are waiting for my I-797C, NOA1 for adjustment of status. Congratulations, Priyanka. You're getting there. You're in Alabama and you got it via text message. Excellent. How long did it take you to get the text message from the day that they received your package? Now, if I remember, you shipped it to Phoenix, Arizona, because you live in Alabama. You mailed it to Arizona. How long did it take you from the day that UPS dropped it off, or FedEx, or whatever, to the day that you got your text message? How long? GS, my K1 folder has 6 visits together. It cost us 10 grand in flight so far. $10,000. That's an investment in your future with your family. GS, you're going to be living in Arizona where it's nice and warm. You're going to go hang out and check out some of the restaurants in Phoenix. You're going to climb up Mount Lemmon in Tucson, Arizona. You're going to get used to Interstate 45. Interstate 40. You're going to have a great time. Arizona's a beautiful place. Let me see here. GS, even though my K1 will be showing in the future that I'm here to look at a wedding venues, they won't catch me out. Oh, I'm here on vacation. But secretly, you're arranging. There you go. Border Patrol Officer to GS. I'm a Border Patrol Officer. GS, what is your purpose of your visit to the United States? I'm here on vacation. I come here once a year. It's my vacation spot. Okay. Have a fantastic rest of the day. And then you go in and you get your future husband to pick you up at the airport and then take you home. And Badia, you sent me a message, but what is it? You deleted it. I know you're in South Africa. My recommendation is to send an email to the embassy in Johannesburg and ask them on how to schedule your visa interview and pay your visa fee. South Africa is easy. It's easy. You can do it. It's easy. South Africa. I've been there. Let's not miss anybody's questions. Bethlehem. Hey, Senior, how many times does it take? How many times it take additional evidence? Usually one time. If you mess up your paperwork a little bit, they'll send you an RFE. Usually one time. Priyanka, USPS. Oh, you trusted the U.S. Postal Service with your green card? Seriously, Priyanka, I gotta talk to you. USPS dropped the package on the 1st of March, and they sent my husband via text on the 6th of March. Okay, so that's 6 days. Okay, very good. GS, thank you. Sorry for flooding the message room. Flood the message room, GS. Come on, keep doing it. That's why we're here. We are here for you to flood the message board with questions. Okay? Flood it. I want to answer all your questions. Badia Mike, thank you, Diego. I will send an email to the embassy in Johannesburg. That's the way to do it. I did, but they didn't yet, but we'll send the email. Get on to that. And in South Africa, now, and they will respond to you pretty quickly. And then you will get the process emailed to you. Then you can start paying the visa fee and get your visa interview scheduled and get it done. And it's a long plane ride from Johannesburg to the United States. So be ready for a long plane ride when you get your K1 visa. Okay? And South Africa is a beautiful country. I tell you, you got the, you can do safaris, or that's in Kenya. But Johannesburg, Cape Town, Wynberg. Wynberg's a beautiful part of South Africa. Bethlehem. The USCIS sent me yesterday additional evidence. My visa type is K1. Okay, no biggie. So Bethlehem, they're asking you for more evidence. It will take maybe 2 to 3 weeks for them to adjudicate and then give you the NOA2 letter, as long as you send them what they ask for. If immigration sends you an RFE letter and they ask you for this widget A, you send widget A. You don't send widget A, widget B, widget C, and widget D. If they ask you for one thing, that's what you send them. Nothing else. Only send what they ask for. Don't add stuff. Got it? Let me see. Jonathan Bolton, I've heard that some spousal visas aren't requiring visa interviews. Have you heard that? Spousal visas will require interviews at the embassy, not necessarily repeated it in the United States. That's true. Priyanka, USPS 1-day guaranteed delivery. Excellent job. Good deal. So it's taken about 6 days for immigration to send the. So you included the G1145 form in your green card application. Priyanka, I'm only worried about the public charge question. It's a 50-50 shot. You'll get an RFE because you should have put yes, not no. You are subject to the public charge, not no. So it's 50-50. The worst case scenario is you just have to send page 13 and 14 back to immigration. If you check no, you're not subject to public charge, you are. The only people that are not subject to public charge are like asylum seekers from Afghanistan, Syria, Iraq, somewhere like that. As you came from India, right? So and you came on a K1. Because you came in on a K1, you are subject to the public charge, and you must fill out page 13 and 14. Worst case scenario is you'll get an RFE to resubmit pages 13 and 14 of USCIS form I-485. That's worst case scenario. But then there may be, the immigration officer may give you a break and say, okay, you messed up, and they'll just send you the green card. Priyanka, yes, we submitted a G1145. Yeah, G1145. That's the form that you can put in there to include in your K1 visa, green card application, spousal visa, whatever. to let immigration send you a text message. Adriana Nunez. Hey, Diego, sorry, I just looked to all the suggestions, USCIS on the RFE. They said I could add statements of the petitioner signed that he came to see me. You can do that. You can do that. All they wanted, or other individuals, as long as it proves they were with us. You can do that. Chat conversations. You can do that. Immigration want to see evidence of your relationship. Okay? You know, you just can't, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, you just can't jump on a plane, go hang out with your beneficiary for a few days, and then fly back to America and submit a K-1 visa and hope you don't get an RFE for further evidence of your relationship. Let me see here. Should I add as well the extra trips? Yes, Adriana Nunez, you must include those extra trips. Include it. Yes. Priyanka, we attached utility bills, 20 pictures of our marriage, family photos, tax return 2023, my name included in it, social security number, etc. Perfect, Priyanka. You did a perfectly fantastic job. Adriana Nunez, they didn't ask me for that on the RFE. No, they ask you for further evidence of your relationship, right? So you load it up. That's evidence of your relationship. You're good, Adriana. You're good. Don't worry. Relax. You're good. Bethlehem. Okay, my best lawyer. Okay, my best lawyer. I missed 90 days marriage sign form. Your lawyer missed this 90 days marriage sign form, and USCIS was sent to her additional evidence that form on November 2023, but still not approved. Why? I don't understand the question. Okay, my bestie, lawyer, so your friend is a lawyer, missed 90 days, married, signed form. I don't understand exactly what it is you're trying to tell me. You signed the I-129F, right? You know you got to get married within 90 days, right? So that sounds like a letter of intent to get married form. That's what I'm thinking. I don't fully understand. Rephrase the question so I understand what you're trying to tell me. Adriana, thank you so much, Diego and Karina, for the advice and good wishes. Adriana, you're good. Adriana Nunez, if you submit all the stuff you just told me, you're good to go. Redness, I made a trip to Ghana, Accra, Ghana, once before I applied for this K-1. Then I made a second trip during the wait. There you go. Priyanka, I attached I-94 for all my forms, I-485, 765, I-131 as well. There you go. The I-94 is the proof that you met face-to-face with an immigration officer, border patrol officer, when you entered the United States. That is a mandatory form that you must include in your green card application. Renes, I didn't send my fiance any money since we have been together, but I did pay for our lawyer alone. Can I use my lawyer's invoice as proof of our relationship? You can do that, but I would have your lawyer write a letter saying that, he's representing you in this immigration case. Bethlehem, yeah, it's your friend. So your friend's a lawyer, but I don't understand your question or the issue. What is your issue? What are you trying to ask me? David Petch, hey Diego, I sent a packet to my fiance, including my I-134 info and other documents needed for her interview, but I did not include 12 months of bank statements. Should I be okay without the statements? Send them. Send another one. Send a package with them. I did send a letter from the bank pertaining to the amount I have. Then don't worry about the bank statements. David Petch, you're good. You're good. You don't need to send the bank statements. If you have a letter from your bank saying how much is in savings and checking accounts, and you're good. Priyanka, we have also sent bank statements when me and my husband are joint account holders. Will that help for evidence? Perfect. I did the same thing for Karina's green card. That's perfect. Renes, my lawyer did put his info when we first sent our I-129S to USCIS, so they already know. Rada Afrug. Hello, Mr. Diego. I hope you are doing well, guys. We are good. I'm still waiting for the interview from Casablanca. That's in Morocco. Yeah, that's in Morocco. Anything we can do, keep looking. Morocco's slow. Ghana's slow. South Africa's fast. South Africa are quick. David Petch, thank you, sir. No problem. Priyanka, even my husband pay stubs as says status as married. Excellent. Excellent job, Priyanka. I don't see any problems with your green card application other than the fact you forgot to check that you are subject to the public charge. So it's a 50-50 shot. It's all up to the immigration officer whether they're going to make you resubmit pages 13 and 14, or they'll just let slide and boom, you're good to go. But either way, you're good to go. You're going to get your green card, okay? But be ready just in case you get that RFE. If you do, don't worry about it. It's easy to fix. It's an easy fix. Renes, my income was $33,000 in 2023. For a family of 3, you need to make more than that. Can I use my son as my joint sponsor when I apply for a change of adjustment? You can use your son as a joint sponsor. You're going to fill out Form I-865A. So long as his income is good and can cover the family size, you can do that. But when you use a joint sponsor who's a family member that lives under the same roof as you, you fill out Form I-864A, not I-864. You as a sponsor fill out I-864. Your joint sponsor fills out I-864A. Okay, guys, I've been talking. Your son's income is $20,000. So if you combine your incomes, which you can do, if you want to combine incomes, you can do that. So long as you guys are living together under the same roof, you can combine the income. So 33 and 20 is 53,000. And he lives with me as a college. Is it a problem? No, no. You can do that, Renes. You can use him as your joint sponsor, and you can combine the incomes. Okay. So that saved you there. Yeah, you're good. You can do that. But if you claiming him on your taxes and he doesn't contribute nothing and he doesn't make any money, then that's a problem. But if he makes 20 grand a year, no, you're good, Renes. You can use him as a joint sponsor. No, Renes, you're good. You are good. Priyanka, my husband makes $85,000 a year to $90,000 for assets. He didn't have any assets on his name. Don't worry about it. The income's way above. You could sponsor a family of 10 with that kind of income. Can I still use him as a joint sponsor? Yes. As a joint sponsor, as a family member, he will fill out USCIS Form I-864A. You fill out I-864. Combine your income together, which will be $53,000. Adriana Nunez, do you know how long it is taking USCIS to respond to RFEs? 2 to 3 weeks. And with which courier should we send it? UPS, FedEx, DHL. We are July 2023 filers, and they answered us within 7 months. So that's a quick turnaround from NOA1 to the RFE. Boom. Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Karina. Have a nice weekend. Buena fin de semana para ti. Is good? Español? Have a good weekend. Renes, if I claim my son on my taxes on 2024, can I use him as my joint sponsor? I wouldn't. I wouldn't claim him on your 2024 taxes. I wouldn't do it. She was sent on December, but still not approved. Okay. December. You should have already heard something by now. Yeah, I read that, mi amor. Julio Esta. Let me see. Questions. If I don't claim my son, it takes my refund and charges me. Yeah, I got to pay taxes too, Renes. That's part of living under the Biden administration. The more you make, the more he wants. Okay? Elections have consequences. So I had to pay more money this year in taxes than ever in the history of my life because we got a a White House that seems to think they know what to do with my money better than I do. Just my opinion. Red S, talk to a CPA. Talk to a CPA. If you can claim your son on your taxes if you want, and you can still use him as a joint sponsor. Immigration just want to see how much money you make and what's your family size. So go ahead and claim him on your taxes. Okay. He lives with you. Combine your incomes. Make sure you fill out the right affidavit of support, and you're good to go on the income. Me, more money at time of filing. Red ass, I just explained it to you. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I've been talking for an hour. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay, 6 p.m. Central Time, which is 7 p.m. Miami time, which is 5 p.m. Albuquerque time, which is 4 p.m. San Diego time. I'll do another live stream tomorrow, and we can continue the conversation. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We hope we answered more questions.